A lovely evening to you. Many thanks for joining us on the news update on 24 News Radio and Television. My name is Grace Wafo. The Nigerian Export Promotion Council has announced that the country's non-oil export climbed to $3.225 billion in the first half of 2025, marking a 19.59% increase over the $2.696 billion recorded in the same period last year. The executive director officer of the NEPC, Nonye Ayeni, disclosed this in Abuja while presenting the country's first half report on Nigeria's non-oil export performance. She said the shipment volume also rose million metric tons from 3.83 million metric tons in the first half of 2024, driven by strong global demand for Nigerian products from emerging markets such as India, Brazil, Vietnam, and other African countries. According to Ayeni, the report offers a comprehensive overview of the Council's achievements, challenges, and prospects as the year draws to a close. The NEPC boss noted that the growth in export value was matched by a rise in shipment volume. Recall in the first quarter alone, non-oil exports were valued at $1.791 billion, 7% increase, 4.75% increase over the $1.436 billion in the first quarter of 2024. Operatives of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission have reportedly stormed the Green Legacy Hotel located within the premises of Sanjo Presidential Library, Abeokuta, Ogun State, and arrested some youths suspected to be internet fraudsters. Reports disclosed that EFCC operatives carried out the raid in the early hours of today during a pool party at the premises of the library. This came barely 5 days after operatives of the Ibadan Zonal Directorate arrested a suspected internet fraudster with two locally made at K Hotel in Itori, Ewekoro area of the state. The suspect, according to the anti-graft agency, was among the 55 others arrested during the raid carried out on Wednesday. A viral video of the raid at the Obasanjo Library, youth campaigning for safety in the south. The operatives reportedly arrested a number of youth and seized cars and other valuable items. The Mutual Union of the Thief in the United States has called for it to address the worsening humanitarian crisis in Nigeria's Middle Belt, where persistent violence has displaced thousands of thief people in Benue, Nasarawa, and Taraba states. The call was contained in a communique issued at the end of MUTA's 31st annual convention in St. Louis, Missouri. It meant to provide adequate security and for the safe return of internally displaced persons to ancestral lands in Benue, Nasarawa, and Taraba states. The group also urged the state government to strengthen enforcement of the anti-grazing law and establish community-based surveillance systems that actively involve thief youth in intelligence-guided response to threats. MUTA also called for an end to the occupation of thief lands by others and other groups which threaten the survival of thief culture and agriculture, and appealed to the international community to address the humanitarian crisis and hold perpetrators of violence accountable. The organization pledged to engage with Nigerian authorities, international organizations, and human rights bodies to advocate for policies that protect thief lives and property, and to partner with other ethnic and cultural organizations to amplify the call for peace and justice in Nigeria's Middle Belt region. This is still the news update on 24 News Radio and Television. Still to come are news from the foreign scene and the world of sport. Stay television. Over now to the foreign scene. Authorities in Iraq were briefly hospitalized with respiratory problems leak at a water treatment station. The incident took place on the route between the two Shiite Najaf and Karbala, located in the center and south of Iraq, respectively. This year, several million Shiite Muslim pilgrims are expected to make their way to Karbala, shrines of the revered Imam Husseini and his brother Abbas. Their day period of mourning, during which Shiite the death of Hussein, grandson of the Prophet Muhammad. In a ministry says 621 cases of asphyxia have been recorded following a chlorine gas leak in Karbala. And from Spain, officials said Spanish authorities escorted a tugboat that had left Senegal to a port on the island of Lanzarote after the crew discovered the 49 stowaways on board. Head of the island's emergency services, Enrique Espinosa, told newsmen that a civil guard patrol boat intervened after the captain reported the stowaways. He added that it accompanied the Belgian-flagged vessel to the port of Arrecife, the capital of Lanzarote. Espinosa, however, said that the stowaways' nationality and the tugboat's intended destination were not yet clear. And from the United Kingdom, Britain's Minister for Homelessness and Rough Sleeping, Rushanara Ali, resigned from the Labour government amid backlash over a recent rent dispute involving her tenant. Ali comes days after a report revealed that she had served tenants in her private property with a 4-month eviction notice and raised their rent. Ali had been responsible for policies on homelessness and rough sleeping, a order drew heightened scrutiny after reports showed she was taking steps to remove tenants from her property in East London. Despite rising homelessness concerns nationwide, the resignation has sparked renewed debate over the Labour Party's housing stance, with critics questioning whether party officials are aligned with the policies they promote. No replacement has yet been announced. And from the world of sports, the Tigers have unveiled their final lineup for the Men's Basket Championship set for Angola from August 12 to August 24. Nigeria's men are chasing a second continental crown a decade after lifting their maiden title in 2015. Drawn in Group B with Tunisia, Madagascar and Cameroon, the Tigers tip off against Madagascar on August 13. After intense preparations, coach Mohamed Abdurrahman asked for Fayemi, Karim Joseph and Mohamed Absalam from the training camp. Peter Olisemeka also misses out after being declared ineligible. Star guard Josh Okoje headlined the roster, joined by returning stalwarts Talib Zana, Ike Wamu, Stan Okoye and Caleb Agada. Rising talent Kodrichi Akubondu, Mike Nuga, Divine AK, Christian Mekowulu, Martins Ibano, Ugo Andrew Simon and Emmanuel Mobo earned their call-ups as well. This year's AfroBasket marks the 31st edition since 1962. 2 boxers in Japan have died from brain injuries they incurred in separate bouts during the same event in Tokyo. Super featherweight Shigetoshi Kotari and lightweight Hiromasa, both 28, fought on the same card in Tokyo's Korakuen Hall on August 2nd. Both were later rushed to the hospital where they had brain surgery. Kotari, who battled to a draw after 12 rounds against fellow Japanese fighter Yamato Hata, lost consciousness soon after and passed away. Rakawa was stopped in the 8th and final round against Yoji Saito and tragically succumbed to injuries sustained during his fight. And that's a wrap on the news of it on 24 News Radio and Television. Do stay tuned, more programs will be coming your way. My name is Grace Nwafo. Have a lovely evening.
from Abuja to Lagos, Sokoto to Port Harcourt, Enugu to Ilorin, all across Nigeria that will make your day. We are news. We are 24 News.